Well, hey, good morning. It's almost 7:15 on the East Coast of the United States, January 27th, 2022. 41 degrees and clear. It's supposed to go up to the low 60s today. Now, usually you'll see me shaking a container of milk, but this morning I'm doing something different. I'm going to try an experiment. So I have got some Altisio espresso. I've got my little lungo cup here, which holds 5 or 6 ounces. This espresso, of course, makes 1.35 ounces. I've been reading that in Norway and in Colombia, South America, they have a coffee drink where they put cheese in the coffee. Yeah. So I was reading that you can use a mild kind of cheese that has some nice flavor, like mozzarella. Now, of course, probably whole milk mozzarella would be better. This is part skim. I give it a try anyway. So there's different ways to do it. One of the ways is you take a bite of cheese, take a sip of coffee, and also you're supposed to do this with a sort of a milder tasting coffee, which Altisio is not milder tasting, but it's supposed to be a less acidic coffee, and this is less acidic because the darker it's roasted, the less acid. Well, I'm really kind of playing with all the ingredients here. Well, it's okay, it's an experiment. So what you do, or what you can do, is you drop in some of the cheese, okay? Now, I've never had this before. I've never seen it done. Let me pop this into the fridge. And I understand the concept though. The oils in the cheese that are flavorful mix with the coffee, and the flavors are supposed to sort of blend. Well, that's why it would have been nice to have a whole milk cheese, but that's okay. I'll try this. I mean, who knows? It might be great. And then, okay, so what you do is, no, you don't drink the cheese. It gives its flavor, supposedly, to the coffee, and then you eat it if you want to. So let's do this. Move you a little closer. Oh, I'll just turn it around. So again, this is an espresso. I'm supposed to be doing this with just regular coffee, but hey, the spirit of adventure, right? So I don't think it's going to be hot enough to melt it, but it should very much soften the cheese. I like cheese and I like coffee, so, hey, why not? Okay. You're supposed to, let it sit for a little while so the cheese can mingle its flavor with the coffee. I don't know how long is a little while. Is the cheese melting? No. Well, yeah, the cheese is really softening quite a bit. That looks kind of gross, but that's okay. All right, let me kind of wrap my head around this. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm surprised because I know what Altisio tastes like, and it's one of my favorites. The cheese has smoothed it out some. Let me see if I can figure out. Oh, it's given it a very interesting flavor. I was reading that you can use like Mexican grilling cheese, or you could use a nice strong cheddar cheese. Don't use things like blue cheese or gorgonzola. Those don't mix real well with the coffee taste. But hey, you know what? This is sort of a little bit exciting. Now, I'm gonna taste kind of the cheese. It's starting to melt some, and see what that's like. Okay, this could be messy. There we go. The cheesy, the good mozzarella flavors coming through. So, here's the thing with this. First of all, you have to not be grossed out by the idea of this. Second of all, I think this is an acquired taste, something that you would have to become accustomed to. Obviously, if you were in a country, I'm still chewing that cheese. If you were in a country where they did this, you know, then you would become accustomed to it. Otherwise, you would have to say, hey, I'm going to make myself accustomed to this, you know, by having it every day. Yeah, it's a good way to boost the protein in your coffee, huh? Oh my goodness, you know, this cheese is just, it's become a little bit elastic. I think it's because it's that part skim. But it's still good. I guess maybe if you like chewing gum, this might be good. Well, anyway, I wanted to give this a try. You know, I thought it would be a fun thing. You know, why not? It's fun to try new things. I love mozzarella cheese. I'll have to get a little bit of maybe some cheddar cheese, cut it up into little squares or something, little cubes, and try it in some coffee. I think it might go really well with a strong espresso like Altisio. But, you know, you can also bite a little piece of cheese, take a sip of coffee. That's something they do in those countries also. So there you go. Coffee and cheese.